Alright gang, and welcome back to more Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor Overclocked, and it looks like we have about 2 people to talk to. We can talk to Honda or we can talk to Azuma. I think obviously we should probably talk to Azuma simply due to the fact that, well, we need to learn more about Cain, and who better than the guy from the Shomunkai himself, Azuma. But he's a sinner, dude. Hasn't he sinned? We gotta go talk to Azuma. We gotta go talk to this guy.
Ah, Lady Amane. And the Messiah and his followers as well.
Huh? It's that Azuma guy. You're still in the Shomunkai? I assumed you'd be long gone.
I know, right?
After my defeat at your hands, Lady Amane spoke to me when I was at my lowest.
Really?
Now I am merely a believer, dedicating his life to the Shomunkai. No shame in that.
Alright, I guess we'll believe you.
Wow, you've really changed. It's like you're a totally different person now.
He was like that before we even knew who he really was.
This is fortuitously timed. Why not ask Azuma about Cain?
Man, you know what? For someone who didn't go to high school, you sure know these big-ass words.
Of course.
More than I
If
do.
I can be of assistance, then by all means, ask away. What do you need?
A way to save Cain.
We have to find some means of salvation for Cain.
You explained the situation to Azuma.
I see. I understand your predicament. I will tell you what I know about Cain.
Thank you.
Adam, the first human that God created, had a number of sons.
Okay.
One of these was Cain, who was Abel's older brother.
Okay.
Cain made his way in the world by cultivating the land and farming crops, while Abel made himself a shepherd. Does this make sense so far?
That sounds pretty normal. How'd that lead to murder? Did they not get along?
No, none of the scriptures mention anything like that.
Really?
Then what would have made him kill his brother?
I was just coming to that tragic incident. One day, God ordered Cain and Abel to prepare offerings to him. Cain offered the crop that he cultivated, and Abel offered his firstborn lamb.
I see. Cain cultivated the land, so he offered crops. And Abel was a shepherd, so he offered a lamb. But that led to murder?
Yes. With both offerings laid out before him, the Lord only found joy in Abel's. Feeling this was unreasonable, Cain became angry, which was his motive to kill Abel.
Oh my god.
This is the truth behind the world's first murder.
So he was jealous? So he was jelly. Poor Cain. No, poor Abel. Poor Abel. He just got killed, man. He got killed for being the favorite.
Indeed, he was slain despite his innocence, so it's easy to sympathize with him. But the world's first murder was not the true sin. God knew, of course, that Cain had killed Abel, but he asked Cain, "Where is your brother?"
Wow.
Cain answered by saying, "I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper?"
So he lied.
Yes. He claimed not to know, despite being the one who had killed Abel.
That's interesting.
But it is impossible to lie to the Lord. In the end, the earth spoke of Cain's deeds and exposed the murder.
Exposed! Exposed!
And so God cursed Cain with eternity and placed vengeance sevenfold to protect him.
Whoa, vengeance sevenfold. Whoa, I didn't know God liked that music. Curse with eternity, vengeance sevenfold?
Whoever tries to kill Cain will receive vengeance sevenfold. So saith the Lord.
Really?
Once started, the cycle of revenge never ends. He must have meant to forestall it. Cain was thus given safety, yet in return he was forced to face his sin for eternity.
He was then driven from his idyllic life to wander the earth forever.
Cursed to remember one's sin for eternity. It could be called God's ordeal for Cain.
It's not a punishment?
God is all-knowing. Of course he has the power to see into the future. It's possible that was why he yearned for Cain to face his sin rather than punish him. Cain was a farmer. When the lamb was accepted, he should not have been angered. And despite his anger, he should not have murdered his brother. And even when the sin had been committed, he should not have hidden his misdeed. I believe that those were a series of ordeals for Cain.
He was the first person to go through ordeals. The first person to go through trials and tribulations.
To grasp what he was meant to learn from them. That is what Cain faces to this day.
I get that God gave Cain a series of ordeals from what you just told us, but doesn't that mean Abel getting killed was part of those ordeals? I doubt God would have overlooked the possibility that Abel might be killed.
Yes, God is all-knowing, so he must have foreseen it.
Then that's like Abel was left to die. Why did God do such a thing?
It is not given to mere humans to know his ways. But if you still yearn for an answer, you must consider God's ultimate intentions.
What is his ultimate intention?
Unfortunately, that is all I can tell you. Please look after yourself, Messiah.
Damn it, I want to know.
God's ultimate intentions, huh?
I really need to know this.
So Cain's punishment will never end until he figures it out.
Figures out what? It'll end once he does.
The question is what Cain must discover, and if he will reach the enlightenment God desires.
We have to decipher what God wants? How the hell are we supposed to know that?
I know, right? This is nonsense.
Hey, I noticed something about the story.
What's up, Keisuke?
I don't think God did forsake Cain.
Huh. Well, now that you mention it, it does seem that way. If that's the case, could we make Naoya see that? It might change his mind.
Alright, let's hang out with Honda to see what's happening with Honda. Honda, what's going on, man?
Oh, isn't that Honda over there?
He looks really depressed. Then again, we did stop him from escaping from here.
You know what? He didn't even have that, he didn't have that heart symbol like the other guys we ran into had. Like, he didn't have the curse mark. I forgot what it was called already, dude. He didn't have the other symbol. It's not the death clock, but he didn't have the other one when we ran into him several times. Maybe I'm just not remembering things correctly.
But that's not our fault. We couldn't let him take a comp out. He would have wrecked stuff with Susanoo's power.
Yeah, he would have wrecked some stuff.
Yeah, that's true, but
Hey, that reminds me. Honda knows a lot about demons and mythology, right? Remember when Kaido called Pazuzu? He knew right away what kind of demon it was.
He may know about Cain.
Yeah, let's try asking him. Hi, Mr. Honda.
Oh boy.
Oh, hello. I don't have a comp anymore. I have no intention to fight.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. We're not looking for a fight. We came to ask you something.
Sorry. I'm not in the mood.
Still salty after that beat down from them Garudas? I understand. Could you still hear us out? You know, let's say actually... You explained the situation to Honda.
So Okuninushi has a condition for abdicating. That's why you want to save Cain?
Yes, but even apart from that, we'll never get a chance like this. If we can save Naoya and the country will be spared, we figured we had to do it. Please, tell us what you know. It doesn't matter how insignificant it seems.
Please help us.
Come on, Mr. Honda. It's to save everyone, not just us.
All right. I'll tell you what I know.
Thank you.
But I have to say, I'm no divinity scholar. I can only give you my personal opinion.
That's quite all right. Please, go on.
Cain is the human race's oldest murderer. Did you know that much?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Azuma of the Shomonkai told us about it.
All right. Then I'll skip that part. What I find most interesting about the story of Cain is why God, who's supposed to be all-knowing, let Cain commit murder. If you think of it that way, Cain's not the villain of the story. He's the victim.
How's that?
It's not just Cain. Lots of stories exist to relate a lesson to the listener. For example, You might warn someone not to touch hot water, or they'll get burned. The person you warn will obviously be careful when handling hot water, but the consequences aren't fully conveyed, so they might not use all due cautions. However, if they see someone get burned, they'd understand the danger then.
Right.
In other words, if you want to teach a lesson, it's most effective to set an example. I believe Cain was chosen by God as that example.
Really?
That's my theory, anyway. In truth, many such sacrifices appear throughout the Bible. A single human is used to set an example for many. That's the real character of God. Of the stories I know, the worst sacrifice would be in the Book of Job.
The Book of Job. What's the Book of Job?
You'll have to ask someone else about that. I'm done talking. Please, leave me.
Damn it.
We really appreciate it. Are you alright, Mr. Honda? You don't seem well.
My son died.
Oh!
What?
I made contact with the outside. That's when I found out he didn't make it.
Damn.
Oh. My condolences to you.
So don't bother me anymore. Just leave me be. Just leave me alone.
I guess we should just leave him be. Thank you.
Mr. Honda, thank you for everything.
No hands, Honda. We're sorry.
I feel sorry for Honda.
Wow. That's awful.
Poor Honda. He wanted to see his son so bad, too.
Hey, could the Messiah, bring back someone who died? Probably not, huh?
I'm afraid that's impossible, even for the Messiah.
Thought so. Oh, I hate to bring this up now, but before I forget, Honda mentioned the Book of Job. What's that about?
I want to know too.
Very well. Then please allow me to tell you what I know.
Alright, Amani would know this, right?
That'd be great, thanks.
It began with something Satan said when he challenged God.
Okay.
Job, your favorite of men, is pious. But is his piety honest?
You're using big words I don't know, but okay.
Upon hearing this, God permitted Satan to test Job's righteousness.
I know all those words.
He was given leave to inflict all manner of cruelty on Job, provided his life was spared. And so Satan destroyed Job's property and children and covered his body with boils.
Oh my god. Satan destroyed Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs got destroyed, dude.
What? No way! Isn't that like a fate worse than death?
Exactly. Job was in such pain that everyone was sure he would choose death. But suicide would be a betrayal of God, and Job was too pious to take his life. 3 of Job's friends came to see him in this condition and said this to him: "Your disease is a punishment for going against God. Admit it and seek his forgiveness." But Job knew that he was not at fault and rebuffed his friends' advice. "Then what is that disease?" they asked. "It can only be a punishment from God." And Job said, "Thus I ask the Lord, why? Only tell me where I have wronged you."
His faith was incredible. Any normal person would have been cursing God's name.
Yes, but Job refused. All he thought was this: "I recall doing nothing wrong. I want to know God's reason for my misfortunes."
Dude, Steve Jobs has some incredible faith.
Seeing that Job's faith never faltered, Satan gave up his torments and left. Afterward, God removed Job's disease and gave him longevity for adhering to his faith. And that is the story told in the Book of Job. Job's faith was amazing, but wasn't it cruel to torture him to make a point? What Job displayed was true conviction. God believed Job's faith would never falter. When the ordeal was over, he tended to Job himself. God never forsakes his children. Do you recall the metaphor Honda mentioned?
About the hot water?
Indeed. He meant that when you see someone else suffer, you understand the danger. In other words, true faith can be taught by the example of Job's suffering. The book of Job teaches that however painful things are, faith will win in the end. Huh? But what does that have to do with Cain?
His enlightenment?
To become enlightened. You're absolutely correct. I believe you're on the right track. If the first murderer faces his sin and gets beyond it, it would be an inspiration. Despite one's sins, one may repent and find enlightenment. Isn't that what God wants?
Then is that why Cain got hit with eternal punishment?
Ha!
Yikes! Now he's being tested like crazy!
That's a hell of a test. How heavy must his burden be?
His punishment is ongoing, which means his ordeal isn't over yet. But that aside, I'm more curious about Abel, the sacrifice for this ordeal. Cain was given the chance to reach enlightenment through eternal reincarnation. But Abel died, robbed of his chance to ponder not only enlightenment, but everything.
You're right now that you mention it. We keep focusing on Cain's punishment, but...
Abel, God's child, do you resent being killed?
I don't think about it.
Well, since you don't really remember it, of course it wouldn't really hit you.
Abel's grudge over what happened to him cast his soul into the demon world. If you don't remember, maybe you've cast the hatred aside, letting you become Messiah.
Okay, we understand about Abel now. But what do we do about Cain? About Nalia?
We are spreading God's order. In doing this, we have faced a number of sinners. Some were not saved, but there were a few we managed to bring salvation to. Why not try to identify similarities among those who were saved?
They tried to atone. They faced their sins.
Admitting one's sins is an important step, but is that all? They confessed to the sins they committed and tried to atone for them. A sin cannot be taken back, but by admitting them, one can atone for one's actions.
You gotta face yourself now, yeah, you gotta face yourself. I'm a murderer. Isn't
that the path Cain should take to be saved from his eternal punishment?
It's hard for me to believe a man like him hasn't realized that already.
Maybe he doesn't want to admit it? It's like admitting he got played by God. No one likes being used, and now he'd like it even less than most people.
I can understand that. We need him to admit that.
Yes. No matter how difficult it may be, we need to do this.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure he'll understand.
All right, then let's do our best for our buddy Nalia.
Our buddy Nalia. Let's go to the diet building.
Hey, you there! Could you help us?
What's up?
Huh? I wonder what's the matter.
It looks like they're in trouble. Let's go see what's up.
Is something wrong?
Yes, a child fell into this fissure here.
What?
A child?
Someone help!
It's the same one we always see. How the hell did you get here, man?
We don't have the equipment to rescue him ourselves.
I don't know how we could help, though.
We got some, we got Garuda. Dude, Garuda could just fly down there. You can multi-strike. King of Bell, our new master. Whoa. Who the hell said that?
Whoa, what was that? Where did that voice come from?
Bruh, who said that?
A demon!
Forgive me, Overlord, for appearing in the human world without being summoned. I heard what is going on. I could go down into the fish and rescue the child. I'll let you handle that. As you wish. Oh my god, he's gonna be able to save him. Even though we have demons like that can do that.
The demon rescued the child!
Nice.
Thank you. That demon's scary, but I'm not afraid. It's so funny looking.
Thank you very much. I'll make sure the child gets to safety.
Yo, the demon said, hey, y'all need help? I got you, bro. I got you.
Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Yo, pound it, pound it, pound it, high five it, slap it, yeah! So that's what it's like to help people. Good work. How does it feel? Let's ask him how it feels. How strange. I feel glad that I was able to apply my power to the situation. I will return to the demon world and tell my fellow demons of this. Well then, I shall be going. I gotta tell all my demon friends on demon Twitter and demon Facebook.
Whoa! That was a surprise! I could see a human trying to help, but a demon?
Oh man, I have no idea what's going on. Did that demon just mend his ways?
That's crazy.
It's such a surprising turn of events. I don't fully understand it either. But seeing the King of Bel doing good has apparently piqued the demon's interest. It was proof positive that the Messiah's deeds may influence demons for the better.
Reminds me of the devil is a part-timer. So you know what? Let me work for McDonald's to see how it is.
That's amazing! The good work we've been doing even touched the demons.
The demon was like, oh man, look at the flip of the wrist. Look at the flip of the wrist, son. I'm making these burgers, dude. It feels so good to flip these burgers. That's the whole plot of the devil is a part-timer.
There's still much to be done, but let us continue on until all the demons follow suit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what we can do? Since we just saved the game, we might as well just view these last events. Why not just take the time to reload and view the other events we've seen? So we view that one. Let's go to Amane.
Hey, Amane. Do you know about Japanese mythology, too? I have some knowledge of it, yes. Oh, good! Then can you tell us what kind of god Okuninushi is? Izuna said he made Japan and is enshrined in Izumo Grand Shrine, but that's it.
Yeah, we should know a little more about him.
Then I'll explain. Okuninushi is the creator god of Japan, as written in the Kojiki. What else? He took Suserihime, Susanoo's daughter, as his wife.
I see. What else?
But Okuninushi died twice before meeting Suserihime.
Huh? How can you die twice?
Huh? Twice? How'd he get killed so often? He was murdered by his brothers. First, he was burned to death, then crushed.
Ah!
Each time, his mother, Sasukuni Wakahime, resurrected him. And on the third attempt, Okuninushi, just as he was about to be pierced to death by arrows, finally fled.
Man, ain't nobody got time for this.
That was when he reached the country ruled by Susanoo. Wow, talk about a stormy life. I so wouldn't want to go through any of that. After those traumatic events, Susanoo told him to create a nation. Japan is the result.
Japan is its people.
Yeah, even if he did make it, we're the ones actually living here. The land's creator and its inhabitants. Neither can give any ground. Still, in order for him to lead the people of this country, we must overcome Okuninushi's ordeal. Yeah. Well, thanks, Amane. Let's move on.
Alright, let's go view the other ones. Alright, here we go.
Is that... Look over there.
We're in Bogei-Con now.
Huh? An angel? It looks like it has something to say.
What the hell? Oh. Seems you have been given a new ordeal by the guardian deity of this land. Oh, he has lent his strength to demon tamers and now they stand in opposition to you. But the Lord believes that you will overcome this ordeal and spread his order. I'll meet those expectations. Your resolve is commendable. We too believe in you, but you must know this. This ordeal was the transaction between you and the guardian deity. We cannot intervene. Similarly, We cannot judge the demon tamers who have been granted the deity's powers. Really? We suggest that you leave the mission to spread God's order and manage sinners to us. We will then be able to focus fully on overcoming the guardian deity's ordeal.
So you're not gonna help us?
The future of this nation is in your hands. We expect great things from you. We'll just leave you now. Screw you guys.
Oh well, we have to do something by sundown, or he says he'll remake Japan.
Remake these nuts.
It's up to us then. Let's do our best.
Got him. We are in Akiba Strip.
Leave me alone! I had nothing to do with that!
Well, this guy has a dark heart.
I don't give a damn if you did or didn't. You demon tamers are all the same.
Whoa.
What's going on? It looks like a civilian and a demon tamer are arguing.
This guy's a racist, so we gotta send him to hell.
Yikes. And not only that, but we're dealing with the brand of death.
Let's go.
Yes, of course. After you.
Demon tamers kill people mindlessly. I'll wipe you out for the good of society.
No, I would never do such a thing. Please, you have to believe me.
Then why do you still have a comp? Hurry up and let go of it.
That sounds like Vash the Stampede.
That's...
That is Vash, aka Johnny Young Bosch.
That is enough. We will hear you out from this point on.
What the hell are you here for? Get out of my way or I'll kill you too.
Oh, calm down, Troy Baker.
Whoa, dude! Calm down!
Whoa, dude!
That guy has a comp. He's just waiting to attack. Are you gonna defend a bum like that?
We're taking his comp.
Then hurry up and do it, kid.
Demon Tamer, you know who we are, yes? Please cooperate and turn in your comp.
But going without a comp would leave me vulnerable.
Trust in God, man.
God?
The comp is an emblem of those who have been ensnared by the power of demons. If you wish to escape judgment by the angels, surrender it now.
All right.
You received the comp.
Well then, let's destroy this, shall we? There we go!
My comp!
Atsuro takes the comp and looks at the worker and says, "Fuck you, man! You know what this shit is? It's the devil's work!" So he threw it on the ground!
You have no more business with this man now, I assume?
Oh, man.
Well then, head back home and leave the rest to us.
All right.
Well, if he's let go of his comp, I'm done here. See yas.
Hold it right there.
What?
You said a moment ago that you will kill demon tamers. Have you been killing?
Huh? Yeah, of course I was. I offed them before they could off me.
Really?
Those demon tamers were whacking guys with the power of the comp.
So you killed them. You know what? Let's say, what started this?
The guy that took care of me was killed. Rumor was a demon tamer did it.
Really?
That's why I hunted down that demon tamer. I was gonna make him pay. Fortunately, I found him right off and got my revenge. What do you know? Those murdering demon tamers were everywhere. A demon tamer doesn't have to get his hands dirty, so they don't blink at killing.
Not every single demon tamer kills people for fun.
I ain't ashamed at offing those bastards.
How did you manage it? You fought demons?
You don't need to fight demons to kill a demon tamer. You notice demon tamers don't keep their demons summoned all the time. If I blindside them when they don't expect it, they don't have time to summon Jack. Anyways, that's my strategy for whacking those heartless murdering tamers. You still think I'm wrong? What I did saved lives, you know.
I sympathize with you.
Right? You're pretty understanding.
That's right. That's why I gotta kill you, homie.
First you sought revenge, then to help others. That much I understand. But the man a moment ago was clearly no threat to anyone.
What are you getting at?
You began to enjoy going after demon tamers, like a hunter with his prey. Am I wrong?
I enjoy it? Are you saying I'm no better than those damn demon tamers?
You know the answer.
Damn it! So the Messiah can read people's minds too?
I don't know about that.
You admit then that you have erred?
It was definitely about revenge at first. And I got thanked the second time. Oh, that made me so happy. I kept on killing tamers. Until I didn't care if I got thanked. I started thinking I'd be forgiven for killing them just because they were tamers. Damn it! Where did I go wrong? Hey, Messiah. Have I gone nuts? Am I done for?
You're lucky I got to you first before the angels got to you. Let's say it's gonna be tough.
Alright, so I'm screwed.
That isn't what he meant. The Messiah only said that your situation is difficult. It won't be easy, but you should still be able to start over.
Is that true?
Yep, the brand of death is gone.
Huh? What do you mean?
Ignore me.
Don't you feel different now after talking to him?
You're right, yeah. It's like I'm calmer. Like a knot in my stomach's gone.
Prior to this, you were in a state where you could not be redeemed. But as you spoke with him, you reflected on your actions and righted yourself. Your murders remain, but the difference is that now, you can begin to atone for them.
Okay, you guys are right. I'll turn myself into the cops, and I'll make up for all the sins I committed. Thanks, bro. Messiah, whatever. If I hadn't met you, I'd have been done for.
That was splendidly done. To think the brand of death could be removed through mere conversation.
Everyone pitched in.
There's no need to be modest. Our role is to support you.
Screw that! You guys deserve some praise too.
But man, as scary as that guy was, I'm really glad to know he won't be judged.
Yeah, when you guys first talked about God's order, I thought it'd be super hard. Like, most people wouldn't be able to keep up with the new rules and it'd be a big mess. But seeing it in action, I'm relieved that there aren't so many really awful people.
Yeah. Maybe everyone, deep in their hearts, wants to live a good life.
Let's make this the best world it can be.
Yes, onward!